Howdy, my name is Julia Horak, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the Battle of Gettysburg. The Battle of Gettysburg was a main battle in the Civil War, and if you don't know what the Civil War is, the Civil War was a major war in the United States between the North and the South. The Civil War fought over different issues such as slavery, states' rights, and westward expansion, and it essentially led to what we know the nation as today. So the Battle of Gettysburg is known to be the turning point in this war. It was one of the bloodiest battles fought in the war, and it essentially led to the Union being able to gain some momentum and win this war. So the Union is the North and the Confederates are the South, in case you have not heard those terms. But what happened for the Battle of Gettysburg is we are about 2.5 years into the war. It is currently 1863. The battle started on July 1st and ended on July 3rd, but leading up to the war, it was June. So the South was doing very well up in the North. They were winning some battles, they were having a lot of success there. But that was really the only part where they were having success. If you start looking down at the South, such as areas of Tennessee and Mississippi, the Union was having a lot more success in winning battles there, because they were led by who would become the Union General in 1864, Ulysses S. Grant. So the South was having more success up in the North, and so they were going to take that momentum, and they were like, we are going to go and we are going to take the North, and this is how they felt like they were going to win the war. So according to the nationalparksystem.gov, the South had started planning to use that momentum and invade the North, and that was their plan to take over and try to get Pennsylvania and then start trying to get their way to Washington, D.C. And so once you start getting into the actual battle, then you have the battle starting in the morning of July 1st. So on July 1st, this battle was not planned also. July 1st, the Confederate troops are coming up and they find the Union troops and they decide to attack. So the Gettysburg was not a place that was picked out on a map by either general and we're going to fight a war here. They kind of stumbled upon each other and it was not expected. And this is explained by James Rhode in the American Historical View, the Battle of Gettysburg, and he explained how the Confederates kind of stumbled upon the Union and decided to attack, and they were the ones who kind of started this battle off. And so this battle lasted for about 2 days, and it was very, very gruesome. Since it was not planned, there was not a lot of strategic plans that went on. And so according to Warren W. Hassler Jr., who wrote an article for the Kent State University Press, he explained how the first day was a very rough day. Since, like I said, how there was nothing planned, it was kind of just these two armies just coming at each other, shooting at each other, and attacking each other in this field. And so the Union actually was able to develop lines pretty quickly and start a defensive set, which helped them end up winning this war because they truly, really worked their way together to get this battle finished. And so on day 3, a very famous strike by the South called Pickett's Charge was kind of the final strike, which is where the South just came up this hill and went straight at the Union, and it was extremely gruesome, and a lot of casualties were lost. About 60% of the South troops were lost in this, and about 2/3 of the North's troops that were there were lost. So why was this battle important? How was this a turning point? And so that can be seen through a lot of the South never invaded the North again. This really stopped the South from going any further north, and this really halted any momentum they had, which led to growth of momentum for the Union. According to Sarah Pruitt, who wrote an article for the History Channel, she explained how the South never went north again and how the South essentially only battles they won from here on out were in lower areas in Mississippi, Tennessee, Louisiana, those parts of the country. But this was not a very good battle for the South, obviously, and it allowed for the North to really take some momentum and take charge and start winning battles, especially in Virginia areas from here on out. And so another thing that was really significant about this battle was the Gettysburg Address. And so I'm sure a lot of people have heard about this, having learned about it in their history class. But the Gettysburg Address is one of the most famous speeches ever delivered by Abraham Lincoln, and it essentially freed the slaves. It gave emancipation to the slaves, and that was also a really big swing of momentum for the North because it gave them something even more to fight for, because the slaves truly now had this freedom and they wanted to be able to come back after the war was done and allow them to actually have this freedom. And so the Gettysburg Address was not delivered right during the Battle of Gettysburg. It was delivered later in November, but it was when Abraham Lincoln came to Gettysburg to kind of pay tribute to the soldiers who lost their lives and then gave this famous speech. And so the Battle of Gettysburg definitely was a major turning point in this war and truly allowed for the North to gain that momentum to take this victory and allow for the U.S. to become the nation we know it as today. There's definitely articles out there about what would happen had the South won, and it's very crazy to think about had the South won the Battle of Gettysburg, we truly don't know what the outcome of the war would have been. But the North ended up winning, and so we were able to have, the freedoms that we do today. So, thank you.